Everyone dreams of making a difference. Everyone wants to leave a mark on the world, to feel that their life truly mattered. Yet most people never do. Not because change is impossible, but because they keep waiting. Waiting for the perfect plan, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the perfect opportunity. And while they wait, silently, their dreams fade away. But what if real change doesn't come from huge actions or dramatic moments? What if it doesn't need bold speeches or overnight success? What if real change begins with something small? So small that most people wouldn't even notice? This is the story of a girl named Sara. Sara lived in a quiet little town. A narrow river flowed through the heart of the town. Long ago, it was the town's pride. Children laughed and splashed in its water. Families sat along its banks, sharing food and memories. The river was alive. But time passed, and people stopped caring. Trash floated where fish once swam. Plastic bottles lined the riverbanks. The water turned dark and muddy. Most people walked past it without a second glance. Life was busy. No one felt responsible. But Sara noticed. Every morning, she walked beside the river. She loved the way the sunlight danced on the water and the birds sang in the trees. And every morning, her heart felt heavier. Seeing garbage thrown into the river hurt her. Watching lifeless fish float on the surface broke something inside her. She wanted to fix it. She wanted to save the river. But standing there, looking at the mess, she felt small. "How can I change this?" she whispered to herself. "I'm just one person." One afternoon, Sara went to visit her grandmother. Behind her grandmother's house was a small garden. It wasn't perfect. The soil was rough. The plants were uneven. But it was cared for, with patience and love. Her grandmother knelt in the dirt, gently planting tiny seeds. Sara sat beside her, her voice heavy with frustration. "Grandma," she said quietly, "I want to save the river, but it's too big. I can't clean it all alone. People don't care. I try, but it feels pointless. Maybe some things just can't be changed." Her grandmother smiled softly. She held up a tiny seed between her fingers. "Do you see this, Sara?" she asked. "It looks like nothing. So small you could lose it in the dirt. But with water, sunlight, and care, this seed becomes a tree. That tree won't grow in one day. At first, you won't even see it. But if you care for it every day, one day it will give shade, fruit, and life." Then she looked at Sara and said gently, "Change works the same way. You don't have to fix everything. You only have to plant one seed and care for it every day." Those words stayed with Sara. She realized she wasn't failing. She was just trying to do everything at once. The next morning, Sara went to the river with a small garbage bag. She didn't try to clean the whole river. She picked up 5 pieces of trash. That's all. No one noticed. The river still looked dirty. It felt almost meaningless. But she remembered the seed. The next day, she picked up 5 more. And the next day, 5 more. Day by day, she showed up. She talked to one friend, then one neighbor. Some laughed. Some said, "Why bother? It won't change anything." But Sara kept going. Weeks passed. Slowly something changed. Small clean patches appeared. Birds returned. Children stopped and watched her. One by one, people joined. Not because she was loud, but because she was consistent. There were hard days. Rain washed trash back into the river. Some people mocked her. Some days she felt tired, frustrated, and close to giving up. But every time she felt like quitting, she remembered the seed. Months passed. What began as 5 pieces of trash a day became a movement. The river grew clearer. Fish returned. Trees grew tall along the banks. Children swam again. One day, at a town meeting, the mayor said, "Look at our river. It's alive again. Who started this?" Sara slowly raised her hand, and she said quietly, "I didn't change it all at once. I just try to make it a little better every day." And that's the truth about success. You don't need perfection. You don't need huge plans. You don't need to change everything today. You just need 1%. Small steps, daily effort, quiet consistency. That's how lives change. So if you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or powerless, remember, Sara, ask yourself just one question. What is one small thing I can do today? Because greatness isn't built in a single moment. It's built daily. One step, one action, 1% at a time. And one day, you'll look back and realize those tiny steps created a future you once thought was impossible. Your 1% today is the giant leap of tomorrow.